Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages that I get from Spirit for all of us who are all on this journey of love and living from the heart. And I'm going to pull from the Work Your Light Oracle today. And it is Friday. We're going into the weekend. And I hope it's like I've got the lighting is not very good because it's almost pitch black. Because what a surprise, it has been raining again in the UK, and I am so sorely tempted to be, there is so much to say for living in a hotter country, and especially in the winter months. This winter has been, it feels, I know everyone's saying it, it just feels like it's gone on and on and on forever. And it really does. And normally, like, it doesn't really bother me, but rain is like, it's a lot, you know. And especially when you've got dogs, because they get really muddy and then it's like constantly washing them. But Bowie's just had a haircut, so he's gone from being big fluffy Bowie to skinny little Bowie. And so yeah, so that's why it looks a bit dark in here. So we're going to go for Work Your Light. What does the Oracle want to tell us today? What does our spirit, our spiritual support team, the rite of passage, crossing the threshold? Look at that. Just I'm saying about we're going through the dark, and it's really dark. And look at that. This is a bit like the Tower card. It's like there is light at the end of the tunnel. That's so funny. They are saying, look at that, there is a rainbow at the end, but you've got to go through, this is a rite of passage. And this is like where we should be okay with feeling like it's all right to hibernate. It's all right to feel like, you know, there's that so much pressure to be constantly busy, and it's like a badge of honor. I'm so busy. But this is just saying it's okay. Look at all the animals, they hibernate for months and then they come out at the end of it. And so it's just saying, look, I know that it feels like you're in the dark, but that's okay. There is light coming. There is the rainbow. There is the pink behind. So the rite of passage, I am just going to read what that says. So 1 second, because I'm just going to look for it and see what it wants to tell us. Where is it? The initiation. The initiation. What? Here we go. It's on page 68. And that will be 68 and 69. 69 is the divine feminine, divine masculine, and the balance of those energies within us, which is what we're all doing. So the initiation is this. It is some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred, but only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You are being tested, initiated, because you are headed somewhere sacred. Yeah. So if you feel like that, if you feel like you've been in this dark, gloomy time, then it's okay. It's coming coming out. We're all coming out the other side. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth of meaning. If you are in the middle of an initiation right now, you will get through it, and one day soon, you will bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you to be open. You are going somewhere sacred, and it will be worth it, and it is closer than you think. Well, we're always going on an initiation, an initiation and a journey of the soul, going deeper and deeper and deeper within into the chambers of our heart. And so this is the power of love. What is the power of love wanting to tell us as well? We are going deep within into the essence of our soul, into the purpose of what we're doing here on this beautiful planet. That is to live from the heart space, to shift out of anxieties and fear, live from the heart. And I was listening to the telepathy tapes. I've been talking about those a lot. So it's a podcast that I listen to, and they've just been listening to. I've just been listening to a lady that had a near-death experience, and her story got picked up by Wayne Dyer. So for those of you in the United States, I'm sure that you know Wayne Dyer. And so she was telling about her story, and she had cancer. She was like completely riddled with cancer everywhere. She had tumours all over her body, and lymphatic tumours in her lymph nodes as well. And so she was in hospital, and they were like, said to her husband, she's in a coma, and that's it. You're going to have to say, you know, basically they were like, she's not going to survive. And then she had a near-death experience, and in that experience, she was talking about how that was. And one of the questions that she asked was, why me? Because she ate healthily, she did exercise, but she was doing all of those things, eating healthily and doing exercise and doing all this because she was always frightened of getting cancer and frightened of getting ill. And all of the decisions, when they were flashing forward her life before her to give her lessons, she could see that all of her decisions that she'd made was out of fear, not because she loved it. So she wasn't choosing the food because she loved it. She chose the food and the decisions and the jobs and the and all of those decisions in her life were made out of fear. And they were saying, and she was like, that was my error. I realize now that actually it was supposed to be out of love. You have to love the food that you eat. You have to love the life that you have. You have to do the thing that you love doing, your job, not because it, you know, gives you lots of money, or because you're fearful of, you know, if you don't do that, your parents will be annoyed with you, or, you know, all of the things that we you know, society and family and lots of choices that we make are, you know, for lots of us aren't driven through love. They're driven through fear, or, you know, for all of these other reasons. And so she said that was the biggest learning that I had to learn, that the reason why I got sick was because I was fearful of everything. And so she was like, and now I'm not fearful. So it was quite amazing. And she said, you know, like we all know, that we're here to be in love vibration. We are here to emanate love, to live through love, to be tuned into our intuition, to listen to our heart, to not have fear, to know that we're going to be supported, especially if we're following the endeavors that we are guided to do, even though it might seem that, you know, you don't have the resources to do it, you know, all of those things. And that's something that I've really, really had to learn. And that's been a big lesson for me, something that my intuition has really, really forced me into. So this is, look at that, and it's self-love. You couldn't make it up, could you? You could not make it up. So this is the point. The point is that we have to learn to love ourselves, and through that have a love of life. And to realize that everything is down to love, absolutely everything. And everything that we are here to do is to raise awareness to that. So self-love, as the old saying goes, you can't love somebody else until you love yourself. And it's true. The most important goal you can achieve in this physical dimension is that of loving yourself unconditionally. And it is a tough one. You are the very person who knows your dark secrets, faults, and shortcomings the best. It's easy to see the good in other people because you don't know anyone but yourself inside and out. Do you really think that you are the only person you know who is not worthy of your love? Your soul is perfect. Your human shell is imperfect. And so is everyone else's. The quality of love you give out is only as good as the quality of love you have for yourself. So stop shortchanging the world by not loving yourself with the same intensity you do others. You have made mistakes, but you have learned from them. That's what progress and spiritual evolution are all about. Love your weaknesses as much as your strengths, because they are your teachers. Yes, yes, yes. And that is on page 100. So I'm going to read letter 100. And I always think for those of us who have pets and animals, this is where that's why I think there's such great lessons and teachers, because they don't judge us. You know, they just love you no matter what. And it doesn't matter what you look like or what you've done or what you think you should have done that you haven't done, that you're berating yourself for. They just, you know, and so I always think, thank you to my, you know, in my case, Bowie. I'm always like, thank you, because you remind me every single day that I need to feel that love for myself. So this is a letter 100. This is from book 4, as usual. Here we go. And it is, I wish I could surprise you and tap you on the shoulder and whisper into the back of your neck how much I love you. How I've always loved you. How you have from the word go understood me and made me feel completely me. Accepted, loved, and really seen for the first time ever in my life. I have never loved anyone how I love you. Your hand fits mine. Your heart holds mine. And I long for the day and the night that we can lie in each other's arms, feel our skin touching, feeling the warmth of our bodies. Our souls are in charge of our destiny. Our love is calling us to come home. We are being taken on a journey of true love. Ooh. Well, there we go. So the message for today is coming out of the shadow, whatever that is, realizing whatever, you know, whatever you've been telling yourself is, it's time to flip the switch if you've been having some negative back chat, and time to flip the switch and to be recognizing that love is the way. And of course, we can't give out love unless we love ourselves. So that's the message for today. I hope that helps. As always, if you would like to have a distance Reiki or a channeled letter or any of my services, all details are in the link, and I'd be happy to do it for you. You receive a write-up of everything that I see, and a copy of the channeled letter. So there you go. I hope that helps. I'll be back tomorrow. Take care. Bye.